Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are decoding what is literally the most time-pressured, sweat-inducing section of the entire UCAT. Yep, you guessed it, verbal reasoning. If you've been practicing for the UCAT, you already know that this section demands a level of speed that feels, well, almost superhuman. But don't worry, we're going to break down the exact, research-backed techniques for scanning passage keywords fast, and we'll turn that overwhelming block of text into a highly searchable database. Okay, let's dive into this. 28. That is roughly the number of seconds you have per question in this section. I mean, just sit with that for a second. 28 to 30 seconds to read a prompt, find the exact information hidden in some dense medical or historical text, process it, and select the correct answer. It's a brutal reality, but accepting it is absolutely crucial. It's the first step to actually conquering it. Section 1, the VR time trap. 44 questions, 22 minutes. Let's do the math here, because this is exactly why students understandably panic. You've got 44 questions spread across 11 super dense passages, all in just 22 minutes. It's no wonder verbal reasoning traditionally yields the lowest average scores across the whole UCAT, sitting right around a 602 out of 900 in 2025. It's a massive time trap.
Next up, the paradigm shift, myth versus reality. To beat this, we need a complete mindset shift. Treating the UCAT like a traditional high school English exam? Yeah, that is a massive, score-destroying trap.
And this brilliantly illustrates the point. Sophia Scarlett, who is a top 10% UCAT scorer, hit the nail on the head. She points out that the biggest mistake you can make is trying to completely understand the passage beautifully like you're taking an English literature exam. Because you're not. You aren't reading an essay to appreciate its nuance. You are executing a high-speed visual search to extract data. Your eyes need to act less like a lit student and way more like a search engine.
So, what's the fix? The solution? The three-step keyword scan. This scanning method is a highly precise, mechanical system designed specifically to bridge the gap between knowing what the answer should look like and actually finding it within that tiny 28-second window. Let's move to the next part and see how this builds. This system relies on three crucial components. First, you have keyword selection, picking your anchor. Second, vertical scanning, changing the physical way your eyes actually move. And third, contextual reading, reading only what is absolutely necessary. It's like a chain. If one step fails, your entire search and rescue mission basically collapses.
All right, let's break these down. Step 1, keyword selection. Believe it or not, selecting the correct anchor word from the question stem is actually the most intellectually demanding part of this whole process. This is where so many students trip up. They pick the wrong type of word. High-value keywords are things like proper nouns, dates, exact numbers, or highly unusual medical terms. These are golden because they appear maybe once or twice, meaning your scan resolves in literally seconds. But low-value keywords, words like patience, research, or abstract concepts, those appear in almost every single paragraph. Picking those forces you to read massive chunks of text, which completely defeats the purpose of scanning in the first place. But, and this is a big but, beware of the synonym trap. This is when the passage uses a completely different word for the exact same concept found in the question stem. For example, if they ask for mortality rate, the text might say death toll. If you're scanning only for mortality, you're going to find absolutely nothing. So the crucial point is, always generate one or two plausible synonyms in your head before you even begin your scan. Now for step 2, vertical scanning. This is where we completely change how your eyes work. This step requires a fundamental shift. You have to transition from normal horizontal reading to pure visual searching. Here's a fun fact. Your brain can process visual shapes in milliseconds, way before it even registers the linguistic meaning of a word. So what you do is sweep your eyes vertically down the center of the paragraph. Do not read the sentences. Do not process meaning. You are searching only for the physical shape of your target word on the screen. And the exact second you hit it, you slam on the brakes. Which brings us to step 3, contextual reading. This is all about what to do the exact second you locate that target keyword. Okay, so you've successfully located your target word. Now you have to resist the urge to read the whole paragraph just to feel safe. Instead, use what we call the 3-sentence window. You read the sentence immediately before your keyword, the target sentence that actually contains the keyword, and then the sentence immediately after. That's it. Stop there. This specific window is almost always enough context to answer a true, false, or can't tell question accurately without overreading and bleeding away your precious time. Moving on to a scary thought. What if you can't find it? We have to address the elephant in the room here. the inevitable panic of a failed scan.
Your heart rate spikes, the clock is ticking, but you need to stay highly tactical. First, try that synonym you prepared, but if 2 quick sweeps yield absolutely nothing, listen to me. It is highly likely the passage simply doesn't contain the information at all. So select can't tell, flag the question, and bail out immediately. Moving on protects your overall pace. Remember, time lost endlessly searching a single paragraph is totally irretrievable, and it will definitely punish you on easier questions later.
And that leads us to the strategic nuance: when to bail. Because look, keyword scanning isn't some universal magic trick. Top scorers know exactly when this technique becomes a trap. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clearly it breaks it down. Scanning works beautifully for true, false, or can't tell prompts, specific factual data retrieval, or locating named entities. But if a question asks what the author thinks, or asks you to choose the best title or main idea, there is no single keyword to search for. In those cases, you must bail on scanning and use structural reading instead. Don't force a tool where it just doesn't fit.
Finally, let's talk about training your visual search. You have to remember that keyword scanning is a physical motor skill. It's not just a concept you memorize. It has to be trained deliberately, completely independent of just sitting down for full UCAT mocks. So I have a challenge for you today. Can you open a news site or a Wikipedia article right now, pick a random noun, and practice scanning for it in under 5 seconds? Seriously, go try it and build that high-speed visual reflex. So what's it going to be? Will you let the test control your time, or will you turn this section into a targeted extraction mission? Thanks for joining me on The Explainer today, and happy scanning!